I began tonight's discussion board by first Googling cognitive load for dummies, but didn't have any luck. I then thought to myself that contacting Ben Carson, retired pediatric neurosurgeon head from Johns Hopkins, would be a good source, but he said it would have to wait till later because he was busy on the presidential campaign trail at the moment. So I am very grateful to Connie Malamed from eLearning Coach, who enabled me to put the theory of cognitive load in layman's terms, keeping me from experiencing firsthand my own cognitive load. Working memory, the part of our brain that consciously processes information, dominates everything we do in terms of learning. Working memory can only hold 4 or 5 bits of information at one time, and information in working memory lasts only around 10 seconds. As human beings, we are up against having a small capacity and a short duration. Working memory is quite vulnerable to overload, which occurs when we study increasingly complex subjects and perform increasingly complex tasks. An example would be learning to drive a car, which involves understanding how several elements simultaneously interact, such as considering the pressure required to brake, the amount to turn the steering wheel, and making adjustments for weather conditions and traffic. In comparison, the long-term memory, however, seems to have an unlimited capacity. Information in long-term memory is stored in schemas, and schemas are mental structures we use to organize and structure knowledge. Schemas incorporate multiple elements of information into a single element with a specific function. Cognitive load can occur when a person receives more information than they can process. I experience cognitive load myself quite frequently. Years ago, when I gave birth to my first 8 of 9 children in 9.5 years, there was an ongoing joke that I lost part of my brain with each child. My mother would tease me and say, "Honey, it never comes back." If I knew then what I know now, it was just a matter of cognitive overload due to the fact that I was obtaining more information than I could process. It is important that we as learning experience designers watch out for cognitive load, which refers to the total amount of mental activity imposed on working memory in any one instance. There are 2 things instructional designers can focus on to free working memory capacity. Number 1, helping learners construct schemas. And as I mentioned earlier, the schemas are the mental structures we use to organize and structure knowledge. And 2, helping our students automate schemas. Effective instructional design can help people combine elements of lower level schemas into high level schemas. This is how someone achieves expertise in an area. When multiple elements of information are chunked as single elements, there is more working memory capacity available for solving problems and processing information. As learners become increasingly familiar with content and skills, schemas change so that the information or tasks can be handled more efficiently by working memory. Our job is to facilitate this change in schemas, which ultimately is what learning is all about.